What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MULN stock.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on.
And in today's video, first of all, I will show you where we are on a price chart and how we caught this movement to the upside that hit to the tick our price target and that brought us about 25% of potential profit. Then I will continue with the fundamental news and I will show you that the recent news cannot drive the price of this asset higher. And at the end of this video I will share my thoughts and my technical analysis. And I will show you what should we expect next. So let's start with the price chart. I made my previous video right here at this very point and I've told you that this asset should have a bounce to the upside in order to unload the entire structure from this swing high to this swing low and to the point where we could have a trend reversal. And I've told you that you can accumulate your position from this very point in order to catch this bounce and you should accumulate all the way down. And basically I caught this movement to the tick. This was the lowest point of its price action and my main price target was at 0.236 Fibonacci retracement level. It was my primary target because it is a first range that might be hit in this type of bounces. Second range is definitely 0.382. It is less likely but still possible. And because of this, we had we caught this movement to the upside, and this movement brought us about 25%, as I already mentioned. And the previous movement that we caught was right here. I missed this movement, this first leg, but from somewhere here I've told you that this asset also could have a bounce to the upside to unload the movement to the downside in a greater scale. And I missed this movement to the upside, but I caught the second one, and my price target was right here. From this range we caught this movement to the range of resistance and we had first bounce from it, and it brought us about 40% of potential profit. So definitely this asset is very technical and you can try to catch some trades with this asset, but I highly recommend you not to enter your long-term investment position with this asset because it is a fraudulent company. And let me show you the news that was published recently on their official press release section. As you can see, we have two news that was published on November the 9th and November the 10th, and let's start one by one. First of all, let me show you this news that MULN enters into an agreement with Newgate Motor Group, one of Ireland's most recognized auto groups, to distribute MULN iGo in Ireland and United Kingdom. And let me quote you these bullets. Dealer group agrees to purchase 500 vehicles per year. Agreement appoints Newgate as the marketing, sales, distribution and servicing agent for the MULN iGo in Ireland and the United Kingdom. Newgate will purchase initial units of the iGo for vehicle demonstrations, marketing and sales opportunities with potential customers. Expected delivery date from the MULN iGo samples is December 20, 2022. And on the one hand it might be quite bullish news, but on the other hand, if we dig deep into this news, we can realize that iGo is not the car that MULN is producing right now. It is the third-party vehicle, and because of this MULN cannot have a huge margin in this deal. Let's assume that they have about 5% from each of 500 vehicles. This means on a one-year perspective they can have only $300,000 in revenue. And we don't know what is the cost of this revenue. Let's assume that it is a pure profit for this company. And this means less than $29,000 per month might be their profit from this partnership. And definitely it is close to nothing compared to the company itself. It cannot pay any bills, even a salary of David Mishery. And that's why it is not the game changer contract. It is just a matter of fact that probably they will do so. So you cannot rely on this news as the major long-term catalyst. Let me show you another news. Right here you can find that Bollinger Motor announces our Next Energy as battery supplier for electric commercial trucks. So, and this is quite ordinary news because they don't have any plans what will be the number of these batteries, how many vehicles they will produce, and what are the specifications of these batteries, and what will be the benefit for Mullen Automotive, because Mullen Automotive doesn't have 100% of Bollinger Motors. Yes, they acquired this company, but they own just part of it. And this company was bankrupt recently, and I have to say that it is a dead end for these two companies, because Mullen Automotive doesn't have free cash flow and doesn't have money on their banking account in order to pay for the bills of two companies. And right now they have three companies: Mullen Automotive, Bollinger Motors, and ELMS company. And definitely none of these companies are in the perfect condition from the financial standpoint. That's why you have to be very cautious with this asset from the fundamental standpoint. And let me show you one news that probably might be quite bullish, but I have to say that this news doesn't have any base behind the scenes. Several accretive deals make Mullen Automotive stock worthy on immediate consideration. And I have to say that we don't have any facts that this company will produce the vehicles and that will have some profit from any sales at all. It just stated that they acquired several companies, and they didn't mention that this acquisition was made by the dilution of existing shareholders, and these companies was at the edge of bankruptcy. And the only fact that you can see right here is the price target from analyst that set about $23 of a price target in a 12-month period. And we have this link, and this link leads us to CNN Business webpage. And right here we don't have any details who was this analyst who made this prediction and when this prediction was made. Definitely you cannot rely on this type of news. On top of that, the next type of news is that Mullen has very high short interest, and this means the short squeeze is very possible. And let me show you some details. First of all, right here, as you can see, this asset has about 41.51% of short interest percent of float. Yes, it is quite high percentage of these shares shorted. On top of that, they have very high of exchange short volume ratio of 40.79%. But let me show you here. They have about 6 million shares available for shorting, and the short borrow fee rate is quite low, and it is 7.05%. Definitely with this, even with these high numbers of short volume ratio, we cannot rely on the short squeeze. Definitely it is possible, but the probability of this event is not so high. That's why you have to be very cautious with this news as well. So, and let's continue with the technical analysis. And before we dive deep right here, please subscribe to my channel, hit notification bell and hit the like button. This helps me a lot. So guys, what should we expect next from the price action? As you can see from this bottom, we clearly see 5-wave structure, and on a smaller scale we have first, second, third, fourth and fifth wave, and we completed this wave. Then probably we have ABC correction right here. ABC, and from this bottom we also have several waves, but right now we have just 2 out of 5. If it is the case, this is our first wave, second, third, we are about to see the bottom of our fourth wave, and probably we might have the next leg to the upside if the general conditions for the market will be favorable for this movement. And what should you do if you want to catch the trade? Definitely I cannot rely on this 5-wave as the major movement for this asset, because the probability of this trade is not so high. This means if you want to preserve your capital and don't want to risk with your money, just stay aside from the next leg, and depending on the price action we will see the movement either way. First of all, if this assumption is incorrect, or if this asset will lose the momentum of this movement, definitely we should see the breakout below this range and this range as well. And if it happens, definitely the next range of support will be its bottom, this previous swing low, at $0.2092 mark. And if it happens, we should see, I think we should see another bounce from this range, and definitely we should go lower, because this asset doesn't have any fundamentals behind it. And just be cautious with any of your trades, and if you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell, and see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium impact. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants you, better